Today, Monday, the 16th of June, 2025. Today's EON is brought to you by EON and the people that I hang around with. I'm not going to say names, but this is what I'm going to say. On Saturday, I'm at a friend's house, and we're talking, and everybody shows up there, and there are people who I don't really know so well, and there are people who I do know so well. And we're arguing and we're talking about topics, and we're chopping it up, talk like honestly wasting our time. Not gonna lie to you, it's pretty fun. Just talking about gossip. And then we realize they talk about the military. They talk about the military, and we talk about how I have connections to the military. Someone says I have my cousin, and I realize I have a cousin too in the military. And someone says I have a brother in the intelligence in the military, and the other one says I have a cousin, and that's where he told me this and he told me that. Well, let me say this: all you guys pretend you guys have connections. Shut up, you don't. Just because you have a cousin, okay, cool. Like you been to the military base? Yeah, I have, and so have I. But I don't know shit. Okay, stop it like I know everything. I don't. I might know what's going on here or there. I might guess what's going on, but I really don't know. And stop saying like you have insights. You don't. You're not a journalist, and even journalists. They say I got sources. Yeah, you got sources. Hell no, you don't. Who's your source? Oh, I know the GM of that team. No, 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 you don't. And even if you do, that person doesn't know anything. And I realize this: no one knows anything in this world. This is why it's called EON, because no one knows shit. People know a little more than whatever about certain topics. But the only body that is an expert in anything is God. Everybody else knows garbage. Because I'm talking to a kid earlier that day, and the kid says, I don't know anything about sports. So I asked him sports questions, and he goes, oh, that I don't know. Just shut up. Don't tell me I don't know sports when I know stuff that you don't know. I'm not going to tell people you don't know sports. I might say it in the context of like, when someone says that guy's better than that guy, and say, you don't know basketball, blah, blah, blah. But when you say stuff like, oh, these guys on TV don't know basketball, and these guys on this don't know this, including players. And I'm going to call out guys who say on podcasts like Iman Shumpert said how he was fighting off screens and talking about how he knew everything about the Celtics when in the playoff series when Ray Allen wasn't even on the team then. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, you don't even know your own sport. You don't. You know more than me, maybe, but you don't know. Oh, no one knows anything. No one freaking knows, and it's insane. And everybody has perspective on everything too, and you can look at it every way. Like, oh, that person's gonna be a good mom. I don't know if you watch Four Brothers. Four Brothers, a movie about four brothers. I believe they're all adopted by this woman, and in Detroit. And these four brothers had interesting situations with the police. And then the police say, "Oh, it's such a good mother, but it was four fuck ups." I don't know if if you watch the movie, you know if you know what I'm talking about. Andre 3000, Gibson's in that movie, and Mark Wahlberg. Okay, you guys understand that? Do you guys like? So that guy's looking at it like that guy's not a good mother because look at the kids she raised. They don't know what they're doing. It's insanity. It's ridiculous. It's like, dude, like I don't know. Maybe she took care of she took kids under her wing and adopted them in the movie. Obviously, it's a movie, but it's like, wait. You're a good mom. You're a good dad. No, maybe you are. You did your best, but yo, you weren't. You had problems. Of course you did. Everybody has issues. So when you say stuff like that, and like, oh, you know everything, you don't. You know, no one knows anything. We could all speculate. We could all talk, and we could all have a good time. But I don't care. Like, stop pretending like you know the world. You don't. You don't know the world. And it's good. Maybe you know more than me. Maybe you don't know more than me. But don't pretend you know the world and you don't. I have inside sources. I do too a little bit in certain situations. But I'm not gonna. I used to be like that kid. Like I have inside source. No, I don't. I really don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's going on. And I know a little bit like about history. And then as time goes on in history, everybody has a different thing of what really happened. Thousands of years from now, people said, did that really happen? People like Christopher Columbus, he didn't really discover America. Well, that's your opinion. Oh, well, there were people here before, so he wasn't the guy discovering it. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Did people know it was around the world? I don't know. Were you there? That's just what I heard. And then like they changed the history, and the whole world is changing. Like, what do you mean? History changed? Really? Like, yeah, you could make it up because we weren't there. It was thousands of years ago now. Oh, I apologize. It wasn't thousands of years ago. It was 500 plus years ago. Oh, I apologize, guys. Come on, guys. You don't know anything. Neither do I. It's just fun to talk about and fun to rant. And that's why it's called EON for a reason. Because all of you are the same. Are the same. You might know more than me in this subject or that subject, but things come up off your head. You don't know. You don't know what hit you. You lose. I do too. Maybe you win more than you lose, but we all lose. It's just insane. Like you guys know everything. You don't. And I'll just that's all I really have to say. Like, and then this guy says like about what happened years ago in history with the Ukraine Russia war. This guy tells me that um, these people deserve it, and I'm like, what? Whoa, time out. Who? Like the people in the army and like the guy because Ukraine and I said Ukraine and Russia like all these Vladimirs and they say and someone like pretends he's smart and says you're talking about Putin. No, I'm not. I'm talking about the regular dude, the Russian guy and the Ukrainian guy in the barbershop that gets taken to war and dies. He deserved it. Like you got to be kidding me. Like he deserved it. And this other guy tells me like, oh, when a plumber fixes a stuffed toilet in the house, he gets a call to fix a stuffed toilet. It's his job to teach. And I'm like, that's a different perspective. But like most people disagree with you. But you know what? Whatever. That's your opinion, and that's you think you think you know. You're an expert in this world. You're not. You're not either. See, that's not how it works. Like I don't know how it works. Maybe you should. Maybe you should be a nice guy. But why is it a person's job? I guess most people think it isn't. But who cares? Like you pretend like you know it's you know what's like right or wrong. Like I don't know. I mean, besides for like stealing and beating up people and violently beating people, besides for that, like what do you know what's right or wrong? You don't. You really don't. So all these people out there to talk about, oh, I have inside sources. No, you don't. Because the one time you get it right, it's all played on and on and on. Like Stephen A. Smith at the Miami Big Three. That's how he made it even bigger. He was already a big, loud name. But then he goes, DeMar DeRozan. I remember this. DeMar DeRozan, he's already headed to the Lakers. Yeah, he's already headed to the Lakers. Right? I'm still waiting for the time he's headed to the Lakers. Because he hasn't been there. So, like, that was him who said that. Oh, he's already in L.A. He's already in L.A. Okay. He said that. This is true. So all his sources, what the hell was that? All the sources that he was wrong about, probably more than right. And like, but Mel Kiper, he talks a big game. Like, I will quit. Jimmy Clausen is not even a good quarterback. Jimmy Clausen, I don't know if he was in the league in 3 or 4 years. And I'm still waiting for his resignation from ESPN. And now Shedeur Sanders, who's been the 5th round pick, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. I mean, you really know? Jamarcus Russell, remember him? Next John Elway? Like, he's probably wrong way more than he's right. And he pretends like he's this thing. He studies it and he knows knowledge, he knows statistics in his head, and he knows information that's pretty crazy about like where the guy went to college, but he goes, yeah, he's fit for the NFL. How do you know? You really know that? Because I remember Cam Newton, people didn't really think he was so good coming in, and Cam Newton had a great career. You know what's gonna happen. And all these guys, you're just like me and you. And then like this dude says like, I get it right all the time. No, you don't. You don't. Okay? So all you people that say that you know what's gonna happen and you have an expert in this game or not, and you know more than everybody else in the world when you don't. Okay? I thought that as a kid, by the way, when someone said this guy knows more sports than you, and I thought because someone introduced me to someone else like this kid knows a lot. So you know what the guy told me? The guy said, who was the guy that rushed for 90 to 99-yard touchdown? This was when I was a kid. And I said, it was a Cowboy, Emmitt Smith. And he goes, no, it was Tony Dorsett. Because I didn't know. So guess what? I don't know everything you know. And you don't know everything I know. So stop it. You don't have inside sources that you pretend you do. And you're just an expert on nothing like everyone else in the world. Have a good day.